Thank you for coming straight from Brazil. It's really nice from you. It's been 8 years that I'm working and I've opened this shop in Paulbert, which is one of the most interesting flea markets in Paris. It's the biggest one. It's the biggest one, and actually even for the curation, it's like one of the more selective. So that's why I choose to open my space in this market, because actually I'm a former designer. I was working in fashion for almost 8 years. I'm working especially in the 90s because I really like this.
It's all now.
Yeah, and it was a really change in fashion in the 90s. It could be like really tacky in a way, and really like a really colorful and really techno. But in another way, during the late 80s and early 90s, brand. Exactly, brand like Comme des Garçons, Margiela starts to show a different version of fashion. So more austere,
I think after the 80s there was so much excess, it was like the opposite. We're tired of all this excess, let's start doing something very, very clean.
Exactly.
So there was like kind of space for these brands that were.
My speech is, it will have a new life. It's really sustainable to sell, because the new generation will buy over and even change the looks. It will be not the total Jill Sander looks, minimalist, but maybe more funky, like new brand. So that's why I really want to meet people.
And how do you find these people? I know you must have like a really big connection, and like you must know many people, but how?
It's word of mouth. People they're super happy. They give my contact to another friend, and it's a bit like this. And I'm still around in fashion. I meet people during Fashion Week. I meet people here because we have a lot of people coming in this market. We have interesting people, obviously. And I meet a lot of people here, and when they see my pieces,
they remember someone, maybe
yeah.
Your contact.
Exactly.
And have you bought from any famous people?
Sure, but I will not tell you.
No,
of
please,
course, it's
come
a part.
on.
No, because it's a part of the. It's a part of the.
There is no one that you know that you can tell.
No, because maybe if they see the video, they will not be really happy. It's.
Okay, don't tell who, but what they do.
Actress.
Actress. From Hollywood. Like big movie cinema or French?
No, like American TV. Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Any singer?
Singer, no. But I'm selling to singer, actually,
right.
which is people for the shoot or even for video. They buy pieces from my shop because they want to have like an edgy look, something that people don't have, and a lot of celebrity in America actually use vintage now.
Because of all the worrying of the sustainability, the ecosystem, and all this is open a big space for vintage. So now you are surfing like the right way.
I know it was not the main purpose when I opened the shop, but it's true what you're saying. There is two things. There is all the brand that make re-edition of the old looks, and then you can see like always the same things, or it's a
same
shape or what they did before. So it's actually people that prefer to buy vintage rather than buying the new version.
Of course, because it's the original one.
Exactly, and it was made with cotton. It was made in Europe, with like good factory, which people love it. And in another version, people that really care about our world, and it's better to buy something already made.
As you know so much like fashion market, and how you see where the market's going to in that way, the
I will go. It will go. It
the
will.
fashion for good, like.
It will go more and more into this direction, and I see even like brand, they're even using their old fabric, you know, because for example, you know, even Prada, they're using a recycled nylon. I remember because when I was training fashion, I remember once a year we had like a sale of fabric. You know, you had to go to Louis Vuitton Atelier or Givenchy, and you can buy the whole roll of fabric.
They sell it?
Yeah, they sell it once a year.
Wow.
And it was super cheap for us to have access to luxury fabric.
I think it's the way that we need to go, like buy what really represents you, and not just buy because of the trends. Like I love what H&M is doing, but I think it will never be enough because they keep like forcing
people
sales.
To season after 2 months after month after month, you have a new collection.
There is new things.
They
so
feed
how?
you. They feed you.
Yeah. How this is possible to be sustainable? This is not. You see, but at least they start to something. Maybe they find a new way of business later. But I don't know. So I like much more vintage. I like much more slow fashion, high fashion even. Like that, maybe at least one collection every 6 months. It's okay.
But you're right, it's an habit. It's like recycling your glass of a glass, you know. Now it's impossible for me to put like my glass in a bin, you know. I have to put in a recycle bin, you know, because I'm used since my childhood to do this kind of thing. So people have to really put fashion in the same way and recycle. Okay, you don't wear something after 1 year or 2 years, or you keep it because it's something special for you and you need something for you, or you recycle, you know, or you give it to someone what you need.
The idea is buy less. There is no other direction. We are changing.
Yeah, and you know, people will always need to dress and to wear fashion.
Yes, of course.
Like we need to drink and we need to eat, you know, and we need to dress.
It's a necessity to be dressed.
Exactly.
And express yourself is a necessity of your soul.
No, I agree.
You don't buy Levi, I didn't see Levi.
No.
Which style of brands do you search for?
So I'm really focused on the avant-garde designers, so the people who changed the way of fashion in the 90s. So that's why it's the Japanese and the Belgium. So this is the main.
Which one are your favorites from Belgium?
Comme des Garçons for sure,
Japan.
from Japan. I like Yohji Yamamoto as well, but Comme des Garçons it's really interesting because there is a.
I worked with him.
Wow.
For a fashion show in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a great experience. Really, really nice.
And you know, Japanese,
in
because Japanese they're really close, so it's good to have access to this kind of person.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, but it was back in the 90s. 97 or 97.
Nice.
So, Comme des Garçons.
Comme des Garçons, Yamamoto, and after the Belgium, you know, Margiela, Dries Van Noten, and the Maison. I mean, like they're good now.
Yeah.
It's good.
And
it's really difficult to find because you know people they want to keep their clothes forever. It's the same with Margiela. People that don't want to sell. You know, even if
you try to convince them, it doesn't work.
And you know, I sometimes I buy really expensive. You know, because I really want to promote the pieces. You know, I'm like I don't fool people. You know, I buy quite expensive because you have to. It has to be fair. You know, so
because they cost a lot.
Of course.
There is a lot of value on that.
Exactly. And I'm giving things to museum, you know, so I help to promote the.
That's nice. You help museums to have like a collection.
Yeah. So I propose a garment, so if they want to buy it or not, or sometimes I give it for an exhibition.
Oh, you lend to them for exhibition. That's
exactly.
Nice. Yeah, because people can have access to that. That was not easy to find. If you that works with it, sometimes it's hard to find some garment. Imagine for the regular people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good, and it's just a pity that you can't touch anything in a fashion museum because me, which is good in my space that you can wear it.
Yeah.
This is
have the experience of feeling like wearing like a and the minimalistic. Yeah.
No, it's good because fashion you have
It's all about sensations,
exactly.
How you feel.
Exactly, and it's good to. Sometimes I see pieces like really expensive because of vintage markets is going really high, and it's out of context because paying a jacket Margiela €10,000 I think is out of context because you have because they have celebrity and there is other superstar retailer that put the price super high, and there is a certain retailer who rent pieces, so they rent like €500 a week, so that's why the price is really expensive to buy because they prefer to rent. And it's all about possessing things, people want to possess, to have a car, to have, okay, let's have free trench, like 20 pair of sneakers, and I don't buy new clothes, I always buy vintage. But what is about underwear and socks, yeah, new.